संस्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। पवित्रं चरितं यस्याः पवित्रं जीवनं तथा पवित्रतास्वरूपिण्यै तस्यै देव्यै नमो नमः। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरे सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे। Respected Nivedita Didi and my dear friends, we are here, spent 3 days in this beautiful, inspiring atmosphere where Narendranath Datta was transformed into Swami Vivekananda after his 3 days of meditation on the rock memorial, when it was an ordinary rock. That young man of 30 years traveling throughout India for about 4 to 5 years with a questioning mind to search the soul of India. He was in search of the mission of his own life. He was in search of the solutions of the problems of this nation, country, civilization and the culture. He was in search of to find out a solution to organize the society, to organize the intellectuals, to organize the rulers, to organize the spiritual forces of this land, to bring out a cultural revolution, to rejuvenate the youthful force of the young generation. With all these questions in his mind, when he landed here on 25th of December 1892, swam across this ocean, sat on the tip of the land, I hit upon a plan. This is what Swami Vivekananda said. Looking at this phase of Swami Vivekananda's life, when we are here for the last 3 days, what can be our learning? What we can hear? What we can listen? The voice of Swami Vivekananda's message. The first phase of Swami Vivekananda's life, when he met Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, a questioning mind strongly supported by analytical wisdom, a questioning mind which reached Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and when he got an answer from him that the solution for the problems of the nation, the solution for the problems of the society, the solution from the problems of the social nationalistic problems of this India does not lie in the materialistic life. It lies in the spiritual life of this Indians. This is the answer given by Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. A solution which was not found outside the man, and the solution is to be found the inner life of the man. The spiritual solution is to be found out. A very wonderful answer which was given by Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Swami Vivekananda, holding that answer to find out the spiritual life, the spiritual soul, the spiritual center, the spiritual nerve flow of this land, when he went round 4 to 5 years, landed at Kanyakumari, and when sitting on this rock, understood what is to be done in his life's mission. He felt that the message of this land, the message of this culture has to be spread and broadcast to the world. The opinion of the world, the opinion of the West, the opinion of all the countries has to be changed. An opinion has to be built up. Very important it is. The view, the idea, the outlook of the entire world towards India has to be changed. To change the outlook of the whole world, to transform the existing opinion of the West towards India has to be changed. A new India has to be presented, or the real India has to be presented in front of the West. This is a decision he took at Kanyakumari. With this decision, equipped with the spiritual thought of Sri Ramakrishna, and he landed in America. An unknown monk, an unnoticed youth, a sannyasi. Before he went to America and the West, he is not known. But when he returned on 26th of January 1896, an unknown person became a well-known person. An unnoticed sannyasi became a heroic monk, as the Western people called Swami Vivekananda as a cyclonic monk, as a Hindu monk, as a condensed India. Prabuddha Bharat they called him, an enlightened India. Because wherever he went, the West knew India through Swami Vivekananda. To know India, Swami Vivekananda was the person there. As we see our faces in the mirror, India was presented in front of the West by Swami Vivekananda. Rabindranath Tagore said wonderfully that to know India, study Vivekananda, he said. Please understand, a Nobel laureate of this country said, to know India, study Vivekananda. In him, everything is positive and nothing is negative. Reading of Swami Vivekananda, seeing his face, thinking of Swami Vivekananda, visiting his places, it gives something which is very positive. And all the depressions, all the negative thoughts, all the negative ideas, all types of whatever negativity which is built up beautifully, as in the morning session we heard, by various negative building forces. These negative building forces will be answered, questioned, challenged by one single thought which is called as Swami Vivekananda. This one particular thought has to be digested by all of us. Another thing which is to be learned by all of us from the life of Swami Vivekananda, because we are all the young boys and girls, many of them must be studying in colleges, maybe completing our education later on. Then there will be a question of taking decisions in our life, decisions of career. This question of taking a decision in the life came in the life of Swami Vivekananda after completing, I repeat as I said in the earlier time, after completing his BA graduation from the British education system of the Presidency College in Calcutta, a young man was in search of job, as all of us will be in search of an employment, a salaried job. This young man, Swami Vivekananda, Narendranath Datta, was also searching for a job. But there was a question in his mind, whether it is in search of a job and settling down in the life, to get a married and a comfortable, secured, settled life, or to dedicate my life for the cause of this nation, to give up my life, blood and breath for the upliftment of this cultural life of the nation. Whether I should settle down in my life, have a happy married, salaried monthly job, or no, take up, walk on an adventurous life, which is more tough, which is more adventurous, which is more challenging, which is more realistic. To understand the problems of the society, to understand the problems of the people, and live my life, give up my individual career, and live to solve the problems of the others. Very, very important. These are the two questions in his mind. And rightly, very rightly, Narendranath Datta chose the life of not for himself, for the others. This is going to be the question in front of all of us who are sitting in front of us. What will be our choice? Choice of life. Swamiji chose the life for the service of the others, for the service of the nation, for the service of the society. Are we going to choose it? If we choose that type of life, what are all going to be the challenges? What are all going to be taken care of? Yes, there are wonderful platforms and organizations in India. Vivekananda Kendra provides that beautiful platform. Not only this question in front of Swami Vivekananda, he had two opportunities in his life. It must have been told here. Jamshedji, Nasarvanji Tata, J.N. Tata, when he met Swami Vivekananda, he wrote a letter to Swami Vivekananda. You please be head and lead the scientific, industrial and research which I am going to start. You be head of that institutions. Swami Vivekananda said, no, I have a mission. I have a mission to be done. You put it out. This question is bound to come in all of our hands. After going to America, after when he gave an excellent, wonderful, thrilling, inspiring lecture in the Harvard University, after hearing that lecture in the Harvard University, the professors and the head of the dean of the society offered Swami Vivekananda a post, a chair, to head the Eastern Philosophical Chair. Swami Vivekananda said, no, I want to go back to my nation, the India. This is another challenge in front of us. A man who has lived for the nation and the society, when there is an opportunity, not once but twice, a material, comfortable life, he kicked it out. He said, no, there is something which is to be done at a higher level, which is bound to come in all our lives. So please choose a life which is more adventurous, choose a life which is more struggling life, choose a life which is more insecure. By choosing it insecure, choosing this life of challenge, you will be providing security, happiness to the others. Maybe our individual life may be struggling life, our individual life may be unhappy life, but be sure in that struggle, in that fighting, in that war, in that life of tremendous, challenging life, you will be contributing, giving something which is eternal, something which is very deeper, something which is more fundamental to the people around us. You will be making others in the society more and more happier and happier. This is what is to be learned from the life of Swami Vivekananda. And another wonderful dimension of Swami Vivekananda's life is he was never tolerant to any insult and dishonor to his motherland, to his mother culture and to his mother language. He was never tolerant, and means he was terribly intolerant. If anybody dishonors, speaks insulting, sarcastic remark about India, something about Indian culture, he will immediately retort. He will say, no, you can't do it. There are a number of instances like that. In a ship, when the discussion was going on, European people started deriding Indian culture. Swamiji could not tolerate. He saved up, said, one more word you will be in the waters, he said. One more word you will be in the waters, means I will throw you in the ocean. This is what Swami Vivekananda said. Intolerance to dishonesty, intolerance to insulting our nation, our culture. Yes, this is to be learned from Swami Vivekananda's life. Other side is to be proud of our culture, to be proud of this nation, just not to be proud, to make this nation to be proud. That is their question of commitment for it. So I request these 3 days of deliberations here, these 3 days of stay here must have roused a wonderful inspiration, aspiration in all your minds, which must have lit a new light in our lives, which will be showing that, yes, I must contribute for my nation, for my society, for my culture. And wherever you are there, wherever college you are studying, whichever school you are studying, whichever class you are studying, in your own friends circle, your own relations circle, your own house circles, please see that the honesty, respect of this nation, honesty and respect of this culture is always held high. Never tolerate any small line of, even by joke or by sarcasm. This is Swami Vivekananda's wonderful message, which he never did it. And I am also very happy and confident in these 3 days of your presence here. you must have come across number of people here. The responsibility, how you will be participating in the coming Swami Vivekananda's 150th celebrations, Swami Vivekananda Sardashati Samaroha, and whenever there will be some activity in your own places, please see that you will be contributing. Number of people in yesterday deliberations came forward to offer 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year for the celebrations. Please take those words are truth and honest. Hold on to those words which you have given to it, and be stand on the words of Swami Vivekananda. Live up to the life and message of Swamiji which he has given to all of us. Thank you.